You get creative in recruiting to get a young man to come to your school. Taking shortcuts is a way to get yourself out of the business.
But having said all of that, Pitino now says he loves the Commonwealth and both of his old Kentucky homes.
I love the University of Louisville. I love the University of Kentucky. I love the people of Kentucky. I'm not going to let 5 to 7, 10 people spoil my feelings for a place I've spent 17 years.
This reminder, 18 months or so ago, he declared he'd probably never set foot in the state again. Rick Pitino's full interview with CBS's Leslie Visser will air 1 week from today. It's preseason game number 2 for the Titans on Saturday night. Tom Brady and the Patriots are in town. If you can't be there, join Mike Keith and the Titans Network. Broadcast time is 5 o'clock Saturday on your home of the Titans, 106.5 WKDZ. Thursday baseball, Reds beat the Cardinals 2-1. Phillies over the Cubs 7-5. Mets beat the Braves 10-4. Retired NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. appears to be okay after the private jet he was riding on Thursday crashed at a small Tennessee airport. Earnhardt, his wife Amy, and daughter, along with 2 pilots, were on a Cessna jet that slid off the runway at Elizabethton, Tennessee airport. The plane then caught fire after all on board had disembarked. Earnhardt's wife Amy is a former UK cheerleader who was once married to former football player and later assistant coach Tommy Cook. The Earnhardt family was flying into the East Tennessee airport in anticipation of tomorrow night's NASCAR race. That's the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race. That's your Friday Sports Edge. Have a great weekend. I'm Eddie Owen.
Nicotine and carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, arsenic, benzene. I'm sure you've heard these words. We know nicotine isn't a cigarette, but did you know formaldehyde isn't cigarettes? That's an embalming fluid known to cause cancer. And arsenic, would you purposely take arsenic? If you smoke, you're exposed to all of these harmful chemicals and more. Your local health department can help you break the smoking habit. Find out more today at Quit Now Kentucky and at the Penny Ryle District Health Department.
Bella Marie Boutique is so excited to open a 3rd location. Yes, on August the 17th, a new Bella Marie store will open in Madisonville. Sam and the girls are super excited to expand one more time. Now you'll be able to shop in Princeton, Hopkinsville, and Madisonville. And speaking of shopping, stop in and see all the new fall merchandise arriving every day, and they still have sale racks throughout the store. Bella Marie Boutique, super excited to be growing again. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for updates, photos, and specials.
This is Carol at the Woodall Agency at 110 West Washington Street in the heart of downtown Princeton. Our agency is proud to have been a part of this community since 1907. We want you to come by and see us soon. We may be able to save you some money on your home, auto, motorcycle, or mobile home insurance. We offer discounts for good students, multi-policy, safe drivers, and many more. We appreciate our loyal customers, and we will work hard to make you feel like part of the Woodall Agency family. Call me today at 365-5541.
Wednesdays are burger night at Black Patch Grill in Princeton. Submit your own burger choice on our Facebook page while everyone votes for their favorite. 3 winners are announced, and if your burger is chosen, yours is free. Some of the past favorites are the Donut Burger, the Irish Whiskey Burger, and the Guinness Mac and Cheese Burger. If you can't make burger night, check out Family Feud Style Trivia Night, every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Free entry, teams of any size, and the top 3 teams win a prize. There is fun to be had at Black Patch Grill.
You've been listening to your WPKY News Edge. Find news 24 hours a day at WPKYOnline.com. Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puzo.
Whether you love me or hate me, you gotta vote for me.
President Trump telling a crowd in Manchester, New Hampshire that their financial security depends on his re-election.
Your 401ks, down the tubes, everything's gonna be down the tubes.
The president dismissing growing fears about a slowing global economy. On Wednesday, the Dow lost 3%, but stocks could rebound today. House Democrat Rashida Tlaib will travel to Israel after all.
Israel's Interior Minister approved a request for Congresswoman Tlaib, who's been critical of Israel, to visit her grandmother in the West Bank on humanitarian grounds. The nation faced backlash after blocking Tlaib on concerns she would promote a boycott campaign.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who remains banned, calls it an insult to democratic values. This is Fox News.
W277CK Princeton. Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Well, it's a sunny day in the neighborhood once again. Hey, I'm not going to fuss about that one bit, though. The sunshine going to last all weekend long. High 87 today, 69 tonight, tomorrow, partly sunny. Heating up with a high near 90, and then on Sunday as you head out to church, mostly sunny with a high near 93. Futurecast shows clear skies all the way through the first part of the work week. Things are really heating up with the highs in the mid-90s. It's 70 at 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by the Joshua Tree. Time to take a look at community news here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. This morning's community news is brought to you by Community Medical Clinic.
Well, get the cameras out, maybe the older pictures. The Caldwell County Democratic Women's Club will be offering the 34th annual Cutest Baby Contest for children 2 and under for residents and non-residents alike of Caldwell County. Parents or grandparents should take a 5x7 color or black and white photo to Carol at the Woodall Agency on West Washington Street in Princeton. $20 per photo per child with photo entry deadline August 30th. Winner to be announced on September 2nd. They'll receive a trophy. For more information, call Carol 270-625-2185.
Well, there's still a few days left to get your first and second graders out there on the field for flag football. However, as far as signing them up to do that, now that closes today, August 16th. So you got a few days to get the equipment, but they got to be signed up by today, so that's okay. You still have time. Forms are at several locations across Princeton, to include our WPKY studios right here. Make sure that you look in your child's backpack for forms after school as well, because they will probably be sending those home with them this week. Volunteer coaches are also needed. Did we say that? Volunteer coaches are also needed always. For information, call 270-963-1577.
All right, grab the lawn chairs. The 2019 Eddyville Founders Day celebration just around the corner. Kickoff for the festivities begin this weekend with the Miss Founders Day pageant on Saturday and continues with tons of fun activities for the entire family throughout the week. Don't miss the annual Founders Day parade when it hits the streets Saturday at 11 o'clock in downtown Eddyville.
Well, now the UK College of Agriculture Food and Environment Cooperative Extension Service invites everyone to take a twilight tour. This is going to be really fun on Tuesday, August 20th, and now that's at 6:30 p.m. at the home of Patrick and Jenny Clark Farms on Highway 62 West in Princeton. Now, the guest speaker, Daniel Becker, is going to be out there telling us everything that we need to know about these high tunnels. A light meal is served by Joni Phelps as well, and that's always good anytime she's involved. An in-depth conversation lining out fertility and flow rates, irrigation, and other topics that you don't want to miss. For more information, to register, you can call Shane Bogle at the Caldwell County Extension Office, 270-365-2787.
And coming up Tuesday, 5:30 to 7 o'clock, the George Coon Public Library in Princeton, Job Readiness Workshop. Staff manage at SNX, George Coon Public Library. They'd like the opportunity to provide you with skills and knowledge of how to market yourself in a way that will leave a lasting impression and ultimately lead you to a career that you desire. Join them Tuesday, August 20th, 5:30 to 7 for their Job Readiness Workshop named How to Master the Art of Interviewing Smart. For more information, call 270-365-4399.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Coming soon in the fall of 2019, a state-of-the-art memory care unit at Princeton Health and Rehab. This unit will have 38 available beds, its own dining and activity areas, which will include a multi-sensory snooze room, a highly therapeutic environment for the purpose of delivering high levels of stimuli to patients with dementia. The highly desirable setting and space will fill up quickly. Please contact Angie Copeland today to secure your place. Call 270-705-0680. 888.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the
A
week.
brand new 2018 Dodge Journey SXT. Window sticker is $30,330. This vehicle is Trice priced at $24,121.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
1580 103.3 WPKY Coffee Talk is on the air. Morning conversations about things of interest to you. If you'd like to be a guest on Coffee Talk, just email us your information at WPKYonline@gmail.com. We're proud to call Caldwell County home. WPKY.
1580 103.3 WPKY 811 with Tess and Ty. And we've got a guest in the building, and I love it. And this is a special guest, too.
Oh, yeah. We love when we have special guests and special features and all kinds of wonderful things happening in our community.
Hey, we're laying the red carpet out, right?
Yeah, we're laying the red carpet out for David Risotto. He is the writer, producer, and director of The Silent Natural. And this is a baseball story about William Dummy Hoy. And it was filmed locally all around here in West Kentucky. Going to premiere tonight at Capitol Cinemas here in Princeton. It's a great story. Welcome, sir. How are you?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Tess, Ty. Thanks for having me on the show today. How you doing?
We're doing just fine.
I love his accent. I love it. He could talk to me all day and I'd be happy.
Can't you tell David's probably been up east in the New York area and probably hit in California and has made his home here in Western Kentucky.
I have. It's beautiful here.
Well, the premiere, it is a Friday, so everybody loves to go to the movies on Friday. We were just talking about earlier, I said, what I wouldn't give to just sit down and watch a movie with a big bowl of popcorn, and I think that's exactly what most people do. But this one's got a really good story behind it, and it's actually filmed in locally around this area.
It is. Mm-hmm.
And it's got such a good story behind it, though, really. So how did you get in? First of all, what do you do with the movie?
I'm the writer, producer, director of the film. We actually started 15 years ago writing this story, and I started writing the script. I started doing research, and I hooked up with this guy in Columbus, Ohio, Steve Sandy, who had done research on Dummy Hoy since 1989, and then he started sending me some information, and I wrote the script, shopped it around for a while in some big studios. They wanted to buy me out, and I turned them down because they didn't want me to be part of it. Offered me a lot of money just to walk away. I said no. And
that's your baby at that point, right?
That's my baby. Plus, I promised the Hoy family, when I talked to them, that I would not use a hearing actor to portray Dummy Hoy because he was deaf, and so the actor who plays Dummy Hoy is deaf, and every actor that is deaf that portrays deaf roles.
Wow! So I like that.
And let's talk about that a little bit. Give us a little background about William Hoy and his story, and then how he develops into a Major League Baseball player.
Well, he was one of the first deaf baseball players to play Major League Baseball. So when he was 3 years old, he had spinal meningitis, and then he went to the Ohio School for the Deaf, where he met Ed Dundon, who was probably the first deaf baseball player. But Dundon didn't have the career that Dummy Hoy did. So, but he taught Dummy Hoy how to play baseball at the Ohio School for the Deaf, and then went on to play for Oshkosh, and then the Washington Senators. But because the umpires didn't have hand signals back then, and Dummy Hoy couldn't hear, he would have to turn around to see the lips of the umpire. So at first he asked his manager to stand on third base because he was a left-handed batter and spell out strike and ball. And that way he would know what the calls were, and then his batting average started going up. And then it was fogging, becoming nighttime, and he couldn't see the third base clear, so he asked the umpire to raise his right hand for strike and left hand for ball. And that's where the hand signs started coming in. So
I'll tell you, baseball or any sport, to get to that level is hard enough.
Yeah.
And then, when you start coming up with ways, well, maybe I can't, but hey, if he would give me some hand signals, or hey, that improvising is really something that would be tough.
Well, not only was he deaf, he was only 5'1".
Oh, wow.
Weighed about 150 pounds, so he had a big disadvantage. And everybody was telling him that he would never play baseball, and his father didn't want him to play because it was, back then it was hoodlums, and so he kept being discouraged about playing. Even his own kind, even Ed Dundon said, "You're too small to play, and you'll never make it," because he didn't know how to play in the first place. And then Ed took him under his wing and showed him how to play. And he became one of the greatest baseball players of his time.
I love a good
comeback. He played from
comeback.
1886 to 1901.
I was going to ask you about the time span that he played, and then there you have it, where a deaf gentleman comes into the league, and pretty much the hand signals that the ump use now developed right out of him being in the league.
Right, and then later on they started doing the safe and the out, and that's where all the manager hand signs came from, and it's interesting because the deaf community has brought a lot to sports. The football huddle started at Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C., because the deaf players would sign their plays and everybody would see it, so they huddled up and signed inside the huddle, and that's where the football huddle came from.
I'm telling you, I love this. I'm learning all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for this movie for you? Do you have a special, was it just the story itself of Dummy Hoy, or was it, do you have a passion for the deaf and getting their plight out and some of the challenges that they have? What inspired you to sit down and write a script? Because this is something, writing a script is... it's a difficult thing to do.
It takes a while.
It takes a while. But tell us your inspiration of why you wanted to tell this story.
Well, when I first started researching, and the inspiration was that he was deaf. He was small. He was an underdog, like a Rudy, the Blind Side. So I love those type of stories. I played sports for a long time. I played football, semi-pro football. Almost played for the Raiders. I played a little bit of baseball. But the underdog story was always an inspiration to me, and I love those stories. But when I got into it, working with the deaf community, they're the only, I believe that they're the only group that isn't subsidized by the government. Like if you're blind, there's a lot of resources for blind. There's a lot of resources for if you're quadriplegic. But for the deaf, there's very little for the deaf, and there's not a lot of stories out there for the deaf. And it's like Marlee Matlin, she was the only Academy Award winner. And I feel, personally, not because it's my story, Miles Barbie, who plays Dummy Hoy, it will be an Academy Award winner someday. He's that good. So, but it just, the inspiration, when I got into it, it was getting their story out.
Right. Did you learn to sign and work with them in that way, or have you?
I did a little bit, yes.
Yeah.
It's funny because when Steve and I met, he would teach me how to sign, and I learned how to sign a little bit online, and then when I went away, or I wasn't working with him, I forgot. It's like any language, you try to learn a language, and so then he would teach me again. So I did a documentary back in 2008. It aired on TV about Dummy Hoy, and it was in the National Baseball Hall of Fame second annual film festival, and it got recognized there. So he's actually in the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So, and the documentary played on a loop on his display there. So Steve and I toured. It's called Deaf Nation, Deaf Expos, and when I went to Utah, I went to do a speech on stage, and I got booed until I started signing. and then they started clapping because they're very funny that way. They don't want the hearing to infiltrate their community. You know, but if you show them that you're trying, they accept it.
Very acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you, my son has special needs, and when the sign language, that is one of the toughest things.
It is, yeah.
It's just little things like saying please or thank you, and things like I am horrible at.
Right,
it.
yeah,
I wish I could say that but it takes a long time.
It does. Yeah. And of course, like any other language, if you go to Japan or England or anywhere, it's different.
Right.
So you have to learn different.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Everything is different, huh? Just like a different language.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
As far as the movie is concerned, and you're talking and you're telling Hoy's story, as far as the players that were around him, were they accepting of him? Was he accepting pretty much? Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to get at.
No, and the movie will portray that.
Don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, when he played for Oshkosh, he was because he was deaf. He was turned down by Milwaukee. Not because he was deaf, because they didn't pay him enough, but they didn't want to give him a chance until he proved himself. He had to prove himself every step of the way.
Oh, sure.
You know, that he could play, that he was a good player, and so when he played for Oshkosh, a lot of the guys didn't want him there because he couldn't hear, and they thought he was a freak. So they would knock him down and make fun of him and not accept him. So,
well, and this was a time, in our country that wasn't necessarily the golden age anyway. I mean, people, to go out and play a game and to make a whole bunch of money just to play a game sometimes versus working and feeding your family and doing things like that, that was frowned upon sometimes, right?
Yeah, well, especially if you're deaf, because the deaf community were either shoemakers, which he was. He learned a trade for shoemaking, or they worked in a warehouse, and that's what they were supposed to do, or a newspaper. And even his father wanted him to have work and make a living, not play baseball. And when he went to play a game, just like an exhibition game, his father got really mad at him, and until he explained that people look at him. In the movie, people look at him like a monkey, making shoes, and they're always watching him and staring at him. And he wanted to be more than that. He wanted to prove himself that he was good at something.
So there was obviously an extra drive there by Mr. Hoy that would allow that. As far as his success, are there through your research and your movie making, did he document and put down those thoughts from the time he played and his feelings about making it and surviving in a world where he couldn't hear?
He wrote letters to his family, and then when he married Anna, he told her, the reason I play baseball is to prove myself, and that's the only place that he, after a while, when he became really good, he was accepted, and he said that's the only place where I feel that I'm accepted, because even though he couldn't hear the crowd cheering, he could see them clapping and waving their hats and
strong motivation there for him. Was there anything throughout the writing the script, working with the actors, hearing and developing this story that just totally blew you away about the deaf community?
The deaf community, once you get accepted to them, they're great people. They'll welcome you in. I've had many opportunities to speak at like the Ohio School for the Deaf and other places, and they're very, like I said, once you show them that you're learning how to sign or you want to be in their community, they're very accepted.
Well, see, this is a story that took place back in the 1800s to the early 1900s, but yet it's a story for modern times as well.
Exactly. It's a feel-good story, and it shows you that no matter what your circumstance is, and we were talking about this earlier, Tess, that you can accomplish anything that you want.
I bet that means a lot to his family even now. I mean, because, man, how proud would you be? A lot of people look in their genealogy and things like that, and they may not have these letters, and they may not have these things. But, man, what a role model for kids. And then the family today said, hey, look what he did. idea. Look what your grandpa, have they expressed that to you? I mean, is that something that they're pretty proud of?
A lot of the family has, and a lot of libraries and schools have asked me, when I did the documentary, have asked me for the documentary if they could show it at their school just for an inspirational tool for children. And I donate them, and I said, yes, please, use this. And that's what I did a lot of speeches on that too, about no matter what your circumstances, no matter where you are. And I spoke at Ohio School for the Deaf. That is where Dummy Hoy came from, and you should be proud that you're there. And you're going to the school because of the history that is here. And it shows you that no matter what your circumstances, whether you're deaf, whether you're blind, whether you're quadriplegic, whether you special needs or what, you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. I mean, I'm one of those people too. I had no family. I grew up on the streets of New York, and look where I am today. I'm here.
That's hey, a lot of times though, I think that experience when you are struggling, I think it makes it so much sweeter when you have worked so hard.
Oh yeah.
Even to make halfway there.
Right. If you're given things, you don't appreciate it.
Right.
You have to work for it.
You have to believe to achieve.
That's right.
Hey, I like that.
You obviously have done that. You're out there shopping a script around. They're wanting to take it from you because they see something there that's good. Once you do that, you lose your creative aspect to it,
exactly.
and you get to keep that creativity all your own.
You're right.
I'll tell you what, we're going to change gears here for just a second because I'd like to talk about how where it's been filmed and that sort of thing. We're pretty proud of our area, so we'd like to hear your thoughts on it too.
Cool.
Stick around. We're going to be we'll have some more here in just a second with Tess and Ty.
Yeah, we're talking The Silent Natural. It opens tonight at the Capitol Theater. David Risotto, the writer, director, and producer, is here. And we'll be back on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
If you're a pro, you buy big. And when you buy big, you save big at the Home Depot. With pro bulk pricing on plywood, decking, fencing, and more. Buy it online and pick it up in store in job lot quantities. Or let us deliver it right to your job site. That'll save you time as well as money. And that's really big. You work hard enough for your money. Saving it should be easy. With pro bulk pricing on over 4,000 items, it is only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Hush, little baby, don't
What does your morning sound like?
the itsy bitsy spider. Rock-a-bye, baby.
She's finally asleep.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Yates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
A brand new 2018 Dodge Journey SXT. Window sticker is $30,330. This vehicle is Trice priced at $24,121.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
Get ready for back to school with Health First Community Health Center, offering immunizations, physicals, and well or sick child visits. At Health First, we are here to help your family get prepared and stay healthy this school year. Schedule your appointment today at 877-667-7017. That's 877-667-7017. Same day and walk-in appointments are available. Located at 1100 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. At Health First Community Health Center, your health is our first concern.
Hello, this is Jerry Gillum of AgQuest Financial Services. Over the years, AgQuest has provided exceptional financial solutions to our area farmers. Today, this service will be enhanced by our new relationship with Agrichem, your locally owned, full-service ag retail provider. With customer service as a top priority, all your ag service needs can now be met at the same place with the same goal: on-farm success as a result of efficient, productive, financial, and agronomic needs. Please call us today to see what AgQuest and Agrichem can do for you. Together, we find the way.
Legendary rock band Jefferson Starship is coming to Bowling Green on Thursday, August 29th. There's a limited supply of tickets available. Buy now by clicking on Loyal Listener Big Deals at WPKYOnline.com.
103.3 WPKY. And Tess and Ty on Coffee Talk. It is 8:29. Gorgeous weekend ahead. If you've got something that you'd like to do, if you'd like to escape the heat, well, have I got something for you to do. You can come over and share a bowl of popcorn with me while we watch the premiere. I don't know. I don't share, though. I don't share my popcorn. Yeah, are you a popcorn sharer?
You got one of those big old buckets.
Nah, get your mitts out. Nope. I'm going to drown it in butter.
Okay, well, hey, I'm there. Do you carry your own tub? You know what's cool about the Capitol? You take that big old tub and just refill it. Yeah.
Yes, I do. You can ask Heidi. Yes, I'm a refill kind of girl.
Somebody one time found my tub and put water in it for my dog to drink out of. I was upset about that because I didn't get to take my
kill
tub.
The popcorn tub.
Yeah, they killed the popcorn. I can't do it. I love my pup, but after he drinks out of it for a few times, I can't imagine putting popcorn back in. Even the best dishwasher or anything like that.
I don't like my dog enough to drink after him. No.
Just can't do
Have you seen my dogs?
No.
They're not cute.
I probably wouldn't approach your dogs.
They're farm dogs. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a guest here. We got the company over today.
We got company here. David Risotto is here. He is the writer, director, and producer of The Silent Natural, going to premiere tonight at our very own Capitol Cinemas. It's a great story about William Hoy, Dummy Hoy. He was an outfielder back in the 1800s, early 1900s, played across a variety of major league leagues, and his story as a deaf baseball player hits the big screen in Princeton. And David, you, again, have been in New York, California, and wrote this script and wanted creative ability to do what you wanted to with the movie. California wasn't very hospitable to that,
right.
And the filming, the tax issues and all that, and guess what? You found a place to get a quality film made right here in West Kentucky.
I did. It's great here. California, it's so hard to make a film, and you have to have permits, you have to have this, you have to have that. And when I came out here and I started scouting the areas around here, somebody told me about Dawson Springs and a baseball field out there where Honus Wagner used to play and practice. I had to go out there. So, and when I went out there, it's funny because I called them up. I called the city hall up, and they said, "Yeah, come on out. We'll show you around." So when I first went there, when I pulled into the building, went inside, and this lady was standing there, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Mayor Seaball." And I go, "Oh," I said, "Hi, are you campaigning for next year or something?" She goes, "No, I'm here to meet you." And I said, "How did you know I was coming?" She goes, "Oh, I know everything."
That's Mayor Jeannie Sewell up there in Dawson Springs.
It was, yep. And she goes, "I'm going to take you around to the baseball field and to through our town." And she just opened the doors for us. And she showed us around. She showed us. She even walked through the fields and through the caves back there, and showed me where people would sit in the old days and have picnics and before the games. She was a trooper and just a sweetheart. Mayor Carter Hendricks from Hopkinsville opened the doors for us there, and we filmed out through there. Copper Canyon guys, Tim and just who owns it. Just sweethearts. I mean, you don't find this in California. It's like, yeah, how long do you want to be here, and how much money do you have?
and it works perfect for a baseball movie because Dawson Springs has just a rich baseball history. A lot of West Kentucky does because the mineral springs in Dawson Springs, the guys would come down, have trainings. They would rest their muscles. They would sit in those springs, and then of course they would play. They had the old of course not the one that's there now, but very close by there. They would have like a spring training.
Right.
So,
and we're just kind of a friendly place to hang out.
It is. Right. I mean, Valor Hall opened their doors. Bowling Green, just welcomed us there to the train museum. And it's funny because when I first came here, you don't see this in New York. So I'm standing in a grocery store in a line, and the guy in front of me turns around. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" and I'm standing there. I'm thinking he's talking to somebody in back of me, and he goes, "Hey, how you doing? You having a good day?" He keeps talking to me, and I'm going. So I'm turning around, going, "Who are you talking to?" And he goes, "I'm talking to you."
Hey, we love that, and you know when my husband, he's not from here, so when we first meet, he's like, everybody's waving at me.
I know.
Do you know all these people? And I was like, well, a lot of them I do. I said, but no, not necessarily. When you pass somebody, you wave at them.
Right, exactly, yeah. And I love the country feeling. It's just great being out here, and everybody and the people that came out as extras and supporting actors. I mean, they were. Again, you don't find that in California. You have to go through an agency to find your extras. We put it out in newspapers or social media, and people just came out just to have fun and be part of this, and it was great. And the talent that is out here also. We had baseball players. We had patrons of restaurants, and everybody did a great job.
I was going to ask you, had quite a bit of local talent that would come out and just answer your ads to come out and be in a movie.
Yeah,
and.
Might I add, tell others about that.
Yeah, right. That's exactly right. But as you're directing these folks, I think you found them probably pretty easy to direct and do exactly the way you wanted to portray a character or what you wanted them to do.
It was great. I told them once, and they did it, and. Even the extras would show up. We had fun, and they would do exactly what was asked of them. And when we filmed, it was March of 2017. Yeah. I'm here so long now.
It takes a while though to beat a movie to the big screen. I mean,
2018 we filmed, and we had every type of weather. We had snow, we had rain, we had summer, we had a tornado. So and
West Kentucky,
and some of these people, like braved the cold, and they. And even when it was warm, they had to wear these wool suits, and were
well,
from
it's
the 1800s.
A period piece, right?
It's a period piece, and they were just troopers. It was like amazing. At one point, because it takes longer than what you expect them to do a scene. They were sitting in a area, and I went over there and I said, "I'm really sorry that you're waiting this long, but please, we'll be with you in a few minutes." And they were understanding. Nobody got up and walked away. In California, it's like, I'm not standing here. I'm not doing that.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just a pleasure to work with people here. And everybody wants to know what my next film is, and they want to be a part of it. So I'm here. I'm staying here to film.
You've become a resident here of West Kentucky.
I have.
And another thing about filming in this area, I mean, the incentives, the tax incentives, and the cost of filming and doing things for the movie industry is quite advantageous for you, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's great. They're still working on the tax incentives. But we're hoping that they get it together, and it stays the way it was.
I think that the whole thing is really neat. The way that what was out of the entire filming of it. Do you have a favorite location? One that you just find yourself wanting to go back to over and over and over again?
They were all great, but Copper Canyon. If you've never been out to
Tell
Copper
us about
Canyon,
that a little bit.
Copper Canyon is a little western town, and they do reenactments out there every so often. And Tim, the owner, is great. Anything that we needed, he would accommodate, and it's just a fun place to be if you've never been out there. But all the places were, Bowling Green. If you've never been there, to the train museum, I would definitely go out there. Hopkinsville is a great place to visit and go to, but Copper Canyon is my favorite place.
And food, I mean, now we've got some food in this area.
Yeah.
Once we get you, we've got ways of just latching on and not letting go.
But coming from New York, I have to say that I'm
you're looking for a good Phillies or some sort of a cheesesteak or a pizza or something like that.
Good
New York pizza
and good Italian food.
As far as you premiered this movie at the Alhambra Theater in Hopkinsville. That's been last month, or is that?
That was the end of May, the beginning of June.
First part of June. Okay, so it's been out there for a while, and you've got the buzz about this movie, and of course, I've heard a little bit of buzz about it, but it's exciting to have it premiere at the Capitol tonight. And folks are going to come out. I think it starts. The first showing tonight is at 6:30.
6:30, yes,
at the Capitol Cinemas.
And I have to thank a friend of mine, Brooke Dixon.
Okay.
And he's a sheriff here now. But when I first met him, he was the chief of police in Dawson Springs.
Okay.
And he was great. He helped us a lot, and what a character. And
have a part in the movie?
He does have a part in the movie. Yes. He goes, well, I'll give you this if I get a part in the movie. I go, you got it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to be filming another movie, you think you could have a part for us?
Definitely,
and let's go there for a little bit. What are some of the projects we can expect from David Risotto as we head into 2019 and into 2020?
Well, I have another film that's called A Second Chance that is it's faith-based. It's about a father and son. It's about a family, but about this father and son. The father is constantly working, trying to provide for his family, never has time for his son, and they move into this neighborhood next to this old man, Mr. Johnson, and he's lost everything in his life, and he's towards the end of his life, and he just wants to end it, until this little boy happens to throw the ball over to his fence, and he hears this thump, and Mr. Johnson goes out there and sees this little boy with a scraped knee, and it's a relationship between, it opens up Mr. Johnson's life, the little boy, but also throughout the story, the father realizes that he's losing contact with his son, and Mr. Johnson, tells him you have to come back to reality, and a little bit of faith-based, says, we're going to go to church, and you're going to find yourself, and Mr. Johnson helps the father find himself, and the little boy helps Mr. Johnson find himself. So, and the mother, the mother ends up in the hospital, and that's when the three guys get together and really start finding themselves and communicate. So that's one of them.
That's a great story. In the world we live in today, these inspirational stories, these coming together, these faith-based or whatever, just good feeling stories. Yeah, we need a little bit of that.
Yeah, well, it's something you can take your whole family to.
Right, yeah. And that's why I like family films. I can do horror films, I can do everything else, but I really like family-oriented films because like you said, Ty, we're missing that today.
What is the Silent Natural rated?
It's not rated, but I have it with the MPAA right now, which will give us
it'll get a rating at some point.
Probably
be a PG. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Most movies today are, unless they're just super animated or something like that. But what a fantastic story! We're talking to David Risotto. He is the producer, writer, and director of The Silent Natural. It's going to premiere tonight at our Capitol Cinemas right here in Princeton. It's the story of William Dummy Hoy, an outfielder back playing Major League Baseball in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And Tess, I think it's going to be an inspiration to anybody that goes down to the Capitol and grabs a big tub of popcorn, like you said, and check it out.
Well, I do, because it's something you can take the kids to. You can do it as a family. My kids play sports, so I mean, the mindset of that, I think will really hit home with a lot of people. And it's not necessarily just, a lot of people have, issues that they have to overcome. And it doesn't have to be just one thing, but sometimes it makes it so much sweeter, at the other end of it. And I think that's awesome. I think it's a great message, and we'll see you. How about that?
We'll see you at the movies tonight, David Risotto. And are you going to come for the screening tonight?
I'm going to try to make it, yes. I'd love to be there for the first screening.
That is fantastic.
I would too. So, hey,
We've got some tickets we're going to give away,
yes,
because it's going to be playing at the Capitol moving forward here for at least a week or so.
Right,
and we'll be listening on WPKY
starting Monday.
Starting Monday in the mornings, we're going to be giving away those tickets. We're going to spread those out a little bit. I think we got 4 or 5 pairs of tickets, and we'll be giving those away on the Test and Time morning show on 1580 103.3 WPKY. So you can see this fine story written and directed and produced by David Risotto, William Hoy, Dummy Hoy, and it's filmed locally here in West Kentucky.
I love that. So, and now especially that we've got our hooks in you and you're not going anywhere, right? We got you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So now, people, we just got to keep him, right? We've got.
There you go.
I think he's here.
I think I'm here.
I think he's here. He can get some. We can take him out to Polly Eyes. And
I started to say I know some Italian food. Hang on.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we can hook you up with some good Italian.
Absolutely.
Great. Sounds good to me.
Hey, it's 8:44 with Tess and Ty. Stick around. We're going to be back in just a few minutes and catch you up on everything that's going on in the area and where you need to be. The who, what, when, where, and why. It's Tess and Ty. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
And more. Buy it online and pick it up in store in job lot quantities. Or let us deliver it right to your job site. That'll save you time as well as money. And that's really big. You work hard enough for your money. Saving it should be easy. With Pro.
WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Hypnosis can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Hypnosis programs with weight loss results. Mark Patrick Hypnosis will be in Hopkinsville on Thursday, September 12th. Summer's over. It's time to get back on track.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I had lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
For only $49.99, lose all the weight you want, 100% guaranteed. Thursday, September 12th at the Holiday Inn Hotel, 2910 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville. Seminar time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com.
1580 103.3 WPKY. Tess and Ty on Coffee Talk. And, of course, hey, I love the thought of that movie.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be at the Capitol Cinemas starting tonight, of course, running through the 21st and the 23rd through the 29th as well. So we'll be giving away tickets. We got 4 pair of those, and that's going to begin Monday. And so you'll have your chance to go check out The Silent Natural.
And, of course, he was an athlete, too. I mean, he's quite impressive as well. He's a sweetheart. So I tell you, we really appreciate him being here, Mr. David. And the Silent Natural, I'm really kind of excited about going and seeing that. A little red carpet. I might put my good shoes on, my good boots.
There you go. Got those 3-inch heels.
That's right. I might actually put my good boots on about going over there. How about that? That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly
right. Hey,
right.
I'll tell you, we've got tons of stuff going on this weekend all over the area.
Busy weekend.
we missed a couple of birthdays today that we want to make sure that we make up. And, of course, these are Tiger birthdays.
Yes.
They're extra special.
They come from out there on the hill.
That's right. Kaylee Davis and Callie Merrick. Happy birthday to those two this week. And that's from our Caldwell County Tigers.
Happy birthday.
Hey, you know what else? When you talk about those tickets next week that we got to give away, we actually, WPKY Online just had a winner that it was chosen last night. We've been talking about, since we're on the subject of sports.
Got some Titans tickets.
That's right, and a parking pass. That was the big thing with that. I said, man, what a great prize pack because of the parking pass. So we want to say congratulations to Josh Thompson. Of course, that's the winner for the club level tickets and a parking pass to Titans-Patriots game this Saturday at Nissan Stadium. And you know how you could get there, Ty? If you wanted to go to a Titans game, you know how you could get down there? I do.
I'm stumped.
With the Trice Hughes Hometown Deal of the Week.
There we go.
That's how we could get there. A brand new 2018 Dodge Journey XXT. Now, the window sticker's $30,330. Are you ready for this? I mean, this is a blowout. This vehicle is Trice priced at $24,121.
Home Team's done it again.
Thousands of dollars chopped right off.
Yep.
I love that. Call Trice, get the hometown team working hard for you. Now, if this particular vehicle, you say, hey, that's not my cup of tea. Maybe you want something different. Maybe you want an SUV. Maybe you want a truck. Now, the process is all the same no matter what you're looking for. All you got to do is give them a call, and they'll get to work for you. Now, once again, check out their inventory without ever leaving the house. It's my favorite part, TriceHughesGM.com. Or if you're like me, I really like to be up close and personal with the vehicles. I like to drool on them. I like to walk around the parking lot and be there in person. That you can do as well. Highway 91 North in Princeton. Trice wants your business, so give Trice a try. Tess and Ty sent you over there, so let them know that.
Are you taking the drive Monday?
I am.
All right, good. Finally.
Get your motor running.
Yeah, I commandeered the Camaro, so you.
I want I either want I want something big and loud.
Okay, just get with him.
He's going to hook me up. Yep. I just know it.
Oh yeah, he will.
I'm secretly hoping he'll give me that white Jeep so I can go find a mud puddle.
You've been talking about that Jeep forever.
I know it's the white. I can't help it. They've got this beautiful, and as soon as you drive by. I'm telling you, if you're sitting at the stoplight right now, as a few people are, look over and you're going to see this white Jeep.
Take a right.
It is begging me to go put it in the dirt.
I bet it is.
I like the splash in a mud puddle. We're going to need some rain for that.
Frank Everett had a little grass on his shoes, and I told Trent when I took the Camaro back, I said, there's a little grass there on that mat. So I need to get it back.
No, there is no grass allowed in the Camaro.
Yeah, I felt really bad about that.
Well, you should feel really bad. You should feel bad that you were in the Camaro and not me.
Frank had a good time, though, because when I hit the gas, his head just kind of went back in the chair. So.
I will tell you, that is the sweetest thing. I normally say that I want something that I can go put in the mud or a Jeep or a truck, but I'm going to tell you that car right there, man, that Camaro, that has had my attention from the day that it hit the parking lot.
I hope they're not listening to Trice Hughes, but I-69 will never be the same. I can tell you that.
No!
Flames were coming out the back. Woo!
That is so not nice. Hey, I guarantee. I don't believe him. I think I need to try it out.
I thought I was going Back to the Future. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah.
Marty McFly, you are not.
I thought when I hit 55.
No.
I thought when I hit 55, I was just going to go poof.
You can't drive 55. You haven't heard that song?
I didn't drive 55 on 69. I promise you. I took it to the next level.
Hey, stick around. We got this a little bit more with Tess and Tide, 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Well, today, hello. Sunshine today, high 87. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Overnight, low around 69. Tomorrow, sunshine again. Heating up, though, high near 90. And then on Sunday, as you head out to church, high 93. 60. Well, no, it's not. It is 70. At 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Health First Community Health Center.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
A brand new 2018 Dodge Journey SXT. Window sticker is $30,330. This vehicle is Trice priced at $24,121.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al. Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
1580, 103.3 WPKY, Tess and Ty, and it's on Coffee Talk. You know who I love? I tell her this all the time, and she's like my favorite salesperson.
Wait a
in the
second.
whole wide
Wait a
world.
second. Time out. Is there anybody that you don't love?
Yes.
You might not
Really?
ask her that question.
I started to say yes, but I'm not going to make a list because my mama said if I ain't got nothing nice to say, I ought to shut my mouth.
She goes by the thumper rule, but she shifted over here. Her eyes went, no.
Well, I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it might push a button. I'm just saying. Hey, so she has some of the greatest athletes all around her all the time with the football team. She's the luckiest girl.
I am.
Hey, and we've got a scrimmage tonight, right, for the Caldwell County High School?
We sure do.
Where's that at?
Hopkins County Central.
And that starts
at 7 o'clock.
And you might want to give yourself a few extra minutes to get there, too, because I heard there might be some road construction out that direction. So make sure that you give yourself a little bit of time.
Yeah, we want to be sure that we're there on time, so everybody come out and cheer on your Tigers.
Even though it's a scrimmage, I mean, it's like it's a game. Go out and watch football, right?
Hey, we're a week away from kickoff, from
That's
the real
right.
deal.
I'm so excited. The official start of football season for the high school.
It's exciting.
Hey, I do. I get a big kick out of it. I know the Band of Pride is ready to go. I know the football team is ready to go.
They are.
I mean, we've got school started, so the Caldwell Crazies are going to be ready to
They're
go.
ready.
They're always ready.
Have you heard what the theme is for next week?
I have not.
I haven't either. We're going to keep checking on that. Maybe somebody will call and tell me or send me a message, because I would like to dress appropriately.
Oh, that's true.
We have a lot of fun at home games. If you haven't been there before, or really know what the Caldwell Crazies are, they're basically a booster club for, and they go out and they cheer them on, and they do great, and they actually dress up in different. It's a different theme every week, so it's a lot of fun.
It's the student section.
Yeah.
It's the student section, yeah.
And the adults get in on the
pep club,
thing
I
too.
guess.
Right.
But what we
instead of
had
a
as a
booster
pep club.
it's a pep club.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, it was Roy's Boys when I was in high school.
Oh, there you go.
Back in
I
the day.
love that. Hey, you know what? The aliens. This is the weekend for the aliens too.
Yeah, over at Kelly, Little Green
Kelly
Men Days.
Green Men.
That's a fun little festival over in Kelly, just north of Hopkinsville.
My
And-
kids are really excited about that one too.
Yeah.
I've got, we were just talking about a while ago. We're like, it's going to be a slow weekend. We're going to relax. And no, I've already said like 12 places I want to go. There's too many things going on.
I'm telling you, if you want to see Little Green Men, Kelly is the place.
I think this is, I will kind of admit, I haven't really been there, and I'm looking forward to it. It's all new for me, and I think it's going to be neat. I've heard the story forever. I even saw the story on one of the Discovery shows on the History Channel.
Yeah, we have some local ties, as Geraldine Stith has written a book. It's her family that was over there, and we've had her on the air here at WPKY, and I know WKDZ will be broadcasting live from the Kelly Festival. I think Eddie Owen's over there, isn't he? And
I think so,
I think
yeah.
Eddie's going to be there, and it's a fun time. I've actually communicated with the Little Green Men at the Kelly Festival, believe it or not. Several years ago, they did an amateur radio special event station. I got a certificate that said, I communicated with the Kelly Little Green Men.
I'm so glad that you just admitted that is what you guys do. Talk to aliens. I've said it forever and ever, and now, Ty, you just admitted to it.
I did.
And I think he actually said, basically, the ham radio and Little Green Men. Is that what you said?
I did.
You did.
Yeah. They ran a
You
special
did.
event station over there years ago. So I've got the certificate and everything. It's pretty cool, though. I wanted that certificate.
You do know I'm recording this morning,
That's
right?
great. I'm a geek.
Everybody's listening to you, Ty.
I'm a geek, but that
It's
is a
going to
great
be on a
festival, so.
loop. That's what
Hey,
it's going to do.
we've got the Lights Out Festival, too, at Casey Jones Distillery. That's going to be awesome if you love to jam and love Woodstock.
Woodstock.
I'm not just going to be home all weekend.
This is the big anniversary, 69 for Woodstock, 50 years. And is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, they're going to have all kinds of great music. Lonzo Pennington's going to be involved. Saw some rehearsals from Nashville. Those guys were jamming down there. I got to see little from rehearsals on.
They are so good.
And they were sounding great. And that is Saturday, August 17th. And I don't know if you can still, I think you still want to grab a deal on our deal store.
Yes, they are still up
There's
on the deal
tickets up
store. I
there.
think they may
$10.
even be $10.
$10. So,
there's quite a few things up there.
We've got a
$10.
$10 blowout sale
Yeah.
right now, in case you didn't hear us talking about it earlier. What a great segue there, Ty. Look at you go on a Friday. Hey, but it's it's really
aliens.
easy. All you got to do is hit the button, and it's right there on our website, WPKYonline.com. You hit it, and there's tons of stuff on there for $10.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Good stuff, yeah. And if you
can be
haven't
poor
shopped
like
it,
me and have a good time all weekend long.
and if you haven't shopped it, there's new things being added. There's food, there's entertainment, there's pets, there's health things, there's just all kinds of great stuff. So we encourage you, if you haven't checked it out, it's Loyal Listener Big Deals, WPKYonline.com. Just look for Loyal Listener Big Deals, and boy, you can save a ton of money on some really great local places. Food, like I said, those are the biggies, and I know Mellow Mushrooms on there, Heather, and all
right.
kinds of local eateries, Kay's Kitchen. But if you're out and about in West Kentucky, you can usually find somewhere to go from a Loyal Listener Big Deal, especially if you want to eat.
That's right. And, new restaurants that maybe, I don't know if I want to try it. With a discount, you could try anything, right?
That's exactly right.
Grab you a discount card and go try some new places.
Well,
I think
saw
Confleur is a new one in Paducah. I went there the other day.
How was it?
It was so good. I had a biscuit with some gravy. Oh my goodness, y'all! It was great.
Is that what a CrossFitter eats? I guess you need calories.
Well,
right?
when you're on your cheat day, that's what a CrossFitter eats. So that was my cheat meal.
I got to call. I call everybody out. She calls me out.
Yeah,
I call her out.
yeah.
And I'm calling you out on the biscuit and the gravy.
That was my cheat meal.
You guys
Thank
called
you.
me out on ham radio stuff.
I don't talk to aliens, but I do have a cheat meal.
No, it's perfectly normal to talk on ham radio.
It is.
It's more normal to eat a biscuit than it is to talk to aliens.
If you need your radio on when you're not here, you can get it on after that.
That's on a loop from now on from Heather. It is more normal to eat a biscuit than it is to talk to aliens. I love that. That may be like the sentence of the week.
That's the saying of the day. There's no doubt about it.
I love that. Hey, it's 8:59 with Tess and Ty and Heather, and the thought of the week is it is more normal to eat a biscuit than it is.
But get out and enjoy this wonderful weekend. The weather's going to be great, and there's festivals galore. You'll be able to see a parade
football
down in Founders Day, down in Edible, the Founders Day parade, and all kinds of stuff. Football. So
woo! Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. So have a great weekend and stick around here, right, Tess? Because we got all kinds of stuff coming up on the radio.
Why, yes. Audrey Lamb will be around here in just a little bit to fill you in on the who, what, when, where, why, and how of the news. And Todd Griffin, of course, will be here and fill you in on all the sports. And there's tons of sports going on right now, so you don't want to miss that. Of course, your full forecast and always tons of music all day long. So stick around. It's 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is apparently not heading to Israel. In a tweet, the Democrat says she's decided that visiting her grandmother in the West Bank under these oppressive conditions stands against everything she believes in. Israel had banned the Congresswoman before reconsidering.
The events that unfolded this week had many Democrats in Washington blaming President Trump for pressuring Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu into the decision, especially since Netanyahu was reportedly okay with the visit.
Fox's Trey Yingst. Former NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes a break from the broadcast booth. The TV analyst will spend the weekend with family after they walked away from a small plane crash in Tennessee.
That plane is pretty much incinerated, all except for the very front near the nose and the door.
Fox's Steve Harrigan. The plane caught fire after rolling off a runway. This is Fox News.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Looks like sunshine today with a high near 87. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low down to 69. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high. A little warmer than today, a high near 91. And for tomorrow night, mostly clear, low 71. Weekend outlook Sunday, looks like mostly sunny, a high 93. With partly cloudy skies Sunday night, a low 71. And more heat for the beginning of the work week on Monday, a high 93. Again for today, mostly sunny, a high near 87.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by Great Wall Chinese Restaurant.
Summer's here, and there's no better time to hit the road. At AutoZone, we've got the free services you need to drive with confidence. Like our AutoZone Rewards program. Members get a $20 reward every time they spend $20 or more 5 times. And if you're looking to enhance your ride's appearance, look no further. Right now, buy 2 select Griot's Garage Tire and Wheel products and save $5. Visit us at AutoZone.com and start the job fast with free same-day store pickup and free next-day delivery. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. You do it right to keep your landscape in shape. Lowe's is here to help with everyday low price savings on the tools and supplies you need to make it happen. For a lawn that's a cut above the rest, pick up a Craftsman 20-volt cordless string trimmer for just $99. And step up your curb appeal with red, black, or brown premium mulch, just $3.66 a bag. The color is guaranteed to last an entire year. Whatever you need to get a landscape you're proud of, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Need cash fast? Get the money you need. Call ABC Finance now.
Life doesn't always go as planned, and sometimes money is tight when you need it most.
At ABC Finance, we're here for you.
Hi, this is Jody Lamb at the Princeton ABC Finance location.
And this is Todd Morris at the Hopkinsville location.
And we can help you in a pinch, even if your credit is less than perfect.
At ABC Finance, we provide loans up to $15,000 and the individual attention to help you get your finances back on track.
We are locally owned and staffed, and decisions are made quickly, usually within an hour.
No appointment is needed. Walk-ins are welcome.
You can even give us a call, and we will take your application over the phone.
Or you can apply online at abcfinanceonline.com.
And like ABC Finance on Facebook.
ABC Finance in Hopkinsville on Fort Campbell Boulevard next to O'Charlie's, and in Princeton Plaza. ABC Finance.
All loans subject to normal credit approval.
Family Practice Care in Fredonia, Kentucky has been serving the health care needs of Fredonia since 1986. Dr. Scott Graham is a longtime and beloved doctor in Fredonia, and APRN Beverly Jones is loved by all. For all your family health care needs, you can count on Family Practice Care. From babies to the aging, they're here to serve you. They accept most insurance, too. Family Practice Care, 700 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia. Caring for the needs of you and your family since 1986.
My town, my Taco John's.
My favorite thing about summer? The taste of it. Fresh vegetables and a palette of color right on my plate. Like the all-new Sierra Chicken Sandwich, only at Taco John's. Made with TJ's own creamy Parmesan peppercorn Sierra sauce, a grilled chicken breast, and zesty recipe salsa, hugged by warm flatbread. Like summer, it's back, but only for a limited time.
My Taco John's.
Taco John's, Princeton.
Imagine this. It's late at night, it's cold and dark, and you have a flat tire. One never knows when old Bessie's gonna cause you problems. There's only one place to call, Wallace Towing and Recovery in Princeton. Wallace Towing and Recovery is a 24/7 towing and recovery service. You can count on Wallace Towing and Recovery to get you safe and back on the road or to a repair shop. Wallace Towing and Recovery will jumpstart your vehicle, change a tire, deliver gas, unlock a door, or haul it to the garage or scrapyard. Wallace Towing and Recovery has you covered in Princeton and surrounding areas. Call Wallace Towing and